Hey guys, we are
Hi!
back.
Hello.
Eurovox has got a new team member. Hey Vasil.
Which way? I'm confused. The other one. Yeah.
There.
Guys, we just have to say that when we posted our message yesterday about wanting to do these lives to interact with you all while some of you are going through some anxiety or you're in lockdown, Vasil got in touch with us and said, "Hey, I want to join you guys in this." So we really have to thank him for joining us, Vasil. Well, we're sending kisses to you and everyone in North Macedonia, and we've got loads of people already wanting to ask you questions. So I'm really quickly going to go through who's in the live chat. We've got Dutch Eurovision. We've got Morton V. Hello. He says you've got a great song, North Macedonia.
Thank you.
We love it. We've got Sergian Gavrilovic in Serbia. We've got Ariana in Canada. We've got Sarah O'Halloran. We've got Joanne Johnson. We've got Illy 15. We've got ESC Rosic. We've got James Lewis, Charlotte Carson, Francesco in Italy. ESC Rosmich says, "Hey, Vasil." Hey, we've got Mickey G in the house. Hey, Mickey G. How you doing? We've got Christopher, Jenny ESC, Cypher Fox. Aaron's over in Latvia. We've got Dennis in Denmark. We've got Kassar in Malta and Mark W. Yes, you got the right time, Mark W. So, Vasil, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
I'm great. Very glad to be here. It's fun. I mean, funny and scary at the same time. In such times, how we all stay connected, thank you to social media. So we can't do it in person, so we do it like this.
That's right. Now, you have to tell us about your song first, because you kept us waiting a long time. It's literally
waiting a long time too. So,
how does it feel to like finally have it out there and people giving you their feedback and reacting and dancing?
It's been amazing. So, I mean, from what you guys know, once I was asked to do what I said, one of the things that I said is we have to make a public call for songs to come in. We had about 2.5 weeks period where over 250 songs came through. I admit I wrote 5 of them. And when I heard you, it is to me the perfect blend of what I've been looking for. I wanted East meets West. I wanted our roots to be in there, but into a modern song. Big question was because of Tamara last year, do we do another ballad? Because I am a singer where you stand and sing. And I was like, no, you just can't. And you can't, I always say you can never compare, because if you compare, you stay in that spot and you don't progress. So when I heard you, first thing was, okay, this is it. And then I knew the big question, which I think a lot of you guys are asking about. There is a difference between radio edit and live version. So we made a choice to focus. Even my way of singing is very radio friendly, so to speak. So I can tell you that it will sound completely different, even though it's the same song on stage.
Oh, we can't wait to hear it. We can't wait to see it, because your video is so visual as well.
And
I'll tell you my favorite.
We did on purpose conceptually, so we can have a blank slate, tabula rasa in a way, when we get on stage.
Nice.
One of my favorite things about the song, apart from your voice, because your voice is like silky smooth all the way through that song, is like is it like tango, like kind of Argentinian?
See, it's interesting. Our harmonic or accordion is used traditionally in Macedonian music as well. So it's great that all of these instruments are being brought into the song. And many Argentine fans are writing Argentina tango. So it's great which I admit I did not think of. To me, I was like, oh, Macedonian accordion.
And you just said you have now like tabula rasa to do whatever you want. So I'm assuming the staging is going to be different from the visuals in the video.
That's the plan. So that's why we did it. I wanted conceptual dance because it's all about connecting and celebrating through dance. So we said, let's do movement where it's dramatic, it's modern, but not, because to me, dance songs, I call it, need to have a signature dance move. And that I did not want to release into the music video. So
the image where you and the dancer are sitting with like your legs bent, that is, and doing this shape, that's like some kind of rounded thing. I love that image.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm really well known for being a really good dancer and throwing some really good dance moves in my video. So you're going to have to teach me the dance routine to this song. We've got Tyrone Somu in the Netherlands as well. Says we're ready to dance with you in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
Look at the scoreboard. It's ready for all those 12 points.
Come.
Come, baby, come, baby. Sorry, I have
Exactly.
Got some experience of 12 points, though, Vasil.
Oh my Lord. It was like a dream, that moment. And there's a picture, I hope I can find it and post it soon, where I'm literally looking, because I remember I have the crown and the flag over me, where I'm looking at the screen and I just could not believe. You know, it's just you don't know how to react when that happens. So
It must be amazing.
I'm pretty sure you're going to have no trouble getting those 12 points, because I've actually seen you perform live as a soloist, because you performed in Toronto when you were over here doing some recording. And I think that lots of people are going to be really, really blown away by what you bring to the stage. So yeah, I think it will be no trouble at all.
Thanks.
Will the crown make a comeback?
Sorry?
Will the crown, the black crown, make a comeback? Because we also saw it on your video,
Padawan.
Yeah, in Padawan.
Oh my God, I love the video and I love that
Thank
song.
you. Yeah, that's a great song. And I think that inspired a lot of composers, actually.
No,
when
tell
we
us more.
set the open call for a song, I'm pretty sure that Patuam was one of the main inspirations for people seeing that as because I came back to the pop world, what was it, about 2 years ago. So slowly, you know, I've only released 4 songs since, and it's still finding that journey. Yes, when I was little, I had an album out, but that's different songs. So I think Patuam served as a big inspiration for people to be like, oh, he can dance.
Mm-hmm.
So many people love, like Jess, do you remember a few weeks ago? And Clara, you were here as well. We were all here in London and we were dancing. Yeah. We were playing loads of songs, but we were dancing to Vam. I just remember how much these two girls.
We were trying to copy the movements of the video. It was so much fun.
Oh yeah, travel that way.
Well, speaking of dance moves, I don't know if you've seen, but this seems to be a bit of a running theme with a lot of other entries this year. So I'm going to be really curious to see what this characteristic dance move is like. But have you been seeing some of the other entries that have been entered to Eurovision this year?
Some that I have been able to. I want to sit down, because I always believe you have to educate yourself, especially as we meet each other. It's so nice to be like, hey, that's amazing that you do. So competitions are a beast, though. That's a completely other topic, where it's just, I've done the classical competitions, many of them globally. But it's different there, because yes, you sing live, you sing without a microphone, you sing for 40 minutes. So you see this whole thing, but it's such a beast, and we're all so different. That's the beauty of it all. So it's just celebrate.
More Patuvam fans in the live chat. Let's just say hello very quickly to some more people in the live. We've got Jade Funky Coffin. I think she's happy that you're here, Vasil. We've got Ariana. Tyrone wants to know how does it feel about following Mara, and do you feel it gives you the pressure? You're going to be asked that question so much.
I have been. But the funny thing is, I remember one of the first things I told her last year was, because I call her Dode, I said, Dode, good luck to next year's representative. Those are some big shoes to so, good thing I love challenges, so bring it on.
Yes. When did you know? Because when we're leading up to Eurovision, there's so many artists that are already known. It's all kept secret. We have to wait ages for the songs. Like, when did you find out that it was going to be you heading to Eurovision this year?
On January 8th is when I was called in for a meeting. But I remember, of course, it's a child dream for all of us, especially growing up with Eurovision. I knew I wanted to do it. When I went last year, that was the biggest God-given gift, the dress rehearsal of a lifetime. You know, especially because we were on stage, we weren't on camera. So we could see, engage everything, feel that energy. And I remember even last year, I went up to them and I said, just so you know, I am ready for this challenge.
Yes.
I just said it bluntly and directly. I remember we were just sitting, it was before the finals. I get goosebumps even saying it. I said, I am ready for, it's a big responsibility. And I said, people don't realize how challenging this actually is. So then when they called me in for a meeting, it was January 8th. And I just couldn't believe. She said, come in for, what are you doing? Where are you? I'm like, I'm at home. Can you get to the television station? Yes, I can. And that's how it went. So January 15th, we announced, and then 16th, I flew to Toronto. So it's been a whirlwind.
I
Wow.
want to know, how did you celebrate, like, when you came out of that meeting?
I was still in shock and disbelief, because for us, the hardest thing is we don't have the festival where people compete to get chosen. So for me, the biggest victory and honor was actually getting chosen. To just be like, holy smokes, okay, I've been working my butt off for 2 years, focusing on music. And to get that stamp of, hey, you're doing a good job and we notice. And that's the thing where I said, okay, hopefully this inspires people to show that if you fight, how did I celebrate? I was in shock until I went on the news. Because for us, you have to go on the main news and announce it yourself. So that to me, I was like, okay, until I go on the news. And then there was a technical difficulty. They told me on the 8th, and then I was supposed to go on the news on the 9th, and something happened and they called me. They said, sweetie, you're not going on the news today. I'm like, okay. So then I said, I will not believe until I get on the news. And I remember I had about 5 days to practice and calm my nerves to be like, this is what we're saying. I remember even being host, because the main news is a serious thing. So she asked a question and I said, ma'am, no matter what you ask me, I have an answer prepared and I'm going to tell you all of it. You can ask me. So
that's a great way to go.
Sorry?
That's a great way to go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So then I celebrated on the plane, flying over to Canada.
Well, you met Team Eurovox again.
Ooh, yes, that was the first interview. So.
You're actually like because I haven't met these people in person yet. So I've met you, and you're my like second degree of separation to them.
That is crazy.
We're hoping to meet you in Rotterdam, Stu.
Yes, let's make that happen.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure this might have been decided, Vassal, so I hope I'm not putting you on the spot. But Vane Derivolov wants to know who will be the backing vocals with you. Has that been announced yet?
It has been decided. There was a big audition, singing and dancing. We have the back vocals, but I'm waiting. I was going to announce today, actually, but we said in the heat of the importance of what is going on, I did not want to put the focus on. So it's coming very soon. And I'm just going to tell you that it's some bombastic voices behind me.
Yes. We're looking forward to that announcement. So stay tuned.
I'll give you another hint. You guys know more than half of them. Mm-hmm. From some place or another. So here you go.
This is super exciting now.
Very excited. Great voices. Because I also said, I learned so much, and I always say this is to anybody, whoever aspires to do such a thing, try to go as a back vocal. I mean, yes, there's a lot of egos that, I don't do. And funny enough, singing back vocal is harder than the actual performer because you have to support. Because last year we were 3 strong vocals behind Tamara, and I kept saying, egos aside, we're here for her. I just said that over and over and over. So I think we got some strong ones coming, announced very soon.
Oh, it's someone that we. Oh, it's not Jess, is it? Jess
I'm afraid I'm sworn to secrecy. I cannot reveal anything.
But it's true. But backing vocalists can do so much for your song. It can definitely lift the whole mood up and the whole thing up. So it's a very important responsibility, as you were saying.
Yes, and the whole energy, the whole vibe, the way we all go together. So.
Someone else, Illy's also asking the same question. So lots of people can't wait to hear who the backing vocals are. Ariana, he is very enthusiastic and friendly. We love him too.
Yeah, I can get air hugs now because Corona hugs in person are not allowed.
Yeah. Everything online. ESC Rosmich wants to know, how long had you been working on the song?
So the song we chose February 4th, something like that. And then I said, I don't want to give, we were down to 4 songs, final 4. And I said, I would love to get in the studio and record them to see how my voice fits and sounds. So about a month and a half.
It's amazing that a lot of people that watch Eurovision, they see a song performed on stage and they forget how much work goes in to getting a performance ready, getting a song perfected, the backing vocals. I mean, how much time as an artist, is it taken up of yours, like say over the past couple of months? Is it like every day you're doing something, or?
Oh yeah, that's my focus. But that's also, I admit, I'm a control freak, so I love to have everything planned out. 2 outfits to the way you. So just I see this whole thing as a whole story, as a whole concept. So to me, it's practicing. And funny enough, this is where my classical background comes in handy, because I'm treating this song as one of the hardest arias I've ever sung. So I'm literally drilling. I will sing hand on my hand for an hour until I'm like, this is how it's going to be. So it's for me, it's a different process. And another interesting thing to talk about is a lot of these songs cycle through. I think Malta announced today how it was refused in Croatia. So it's just, you never know who the song is going to fit. That's the other. It's like, it's a baby. That's why I kept saying I was so scared and excited on March 8th to present my baby, to finally put it out there. So now this is, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and you've had such a great reaction to your baby as well. Like people, we've had so many good comments. How does it make you feel to see that as well? Once it must be a bit nerve-wracking when you're putting the song out there.
Well, of course. You never know, but it's one of those things you can't assume. So it's a beautiful, I mean, it's so thankful. It's a beautiful feeling knowing that it's received the way it is.
Do you think
and it will get on Spotify. The messages keep coming through. I want it at iTunes and Spotify. We are waiting for some final amen for it to get released. So they said 7 to 10 days. I believe we're day 9. So come on, one more day and hopefully it's out.
Clara, you're going to say something.
Yes, you said you had 5 shortlisted songs. Do you plan on releasing any of them after everything? Oh, nice, nice.
Yes, yeah, there's some beautiful songs, and that was the thing. And yeah, so the other plan before I knew I was doing Eurovision, I'm working on my Macedonian album, which is why I was in Toronto, which Stuart and I talked about. And then it all shifted. So that's been put aside. And now I'm focusing on Eurovision and focusing on English songs, which I think it would be great to use our culture and present on a bigger platform.
Serdian Gavrilovic wants to ask, has Tamara given you any advice?
Yes. Just
you
do you and bust it out.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's been great because we became very close, because I also prepped her vocally last year. I was her vocal coach. So we warmed up together every day. So I know exactly how the nerves, and we talked about the hardest thing even for her was on the moment of the finals, before she started singing, because you could see her, I mean, she's very static until raise your arms and fly. She was supposed to lift her arms up. The moment she started singing and the arms went up, I was like, uh-oh, here, because it's that first wave of energy from the fans, which is the most beautiful thing. And only if you're on stage, you can feel it. If you can calm that down and be like, down, baby, come in, bring it down, and then release you, whatever you have to say, pun intended there. That's how you touch, if you get out of your way. So that's the biggest challenge, and that's what you kept saying. You just have to keep calm, listen to you, and just bust it out.
I mean, it was. Oh, go on, Stu.
I don't think a lot of people know that you were her vocal coach.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I'm like, there's no need.
Well, I'm just curious. So,
because I use my classical technique. Now she goes, Dode, let me show you some pop technique.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Well, that's exactly what I was curious about. What do you also have people that you get feedback from to influence your style?
Yes, you mean as in teachers or people that I listen to?
Well, just in general, whether it's a vocal coach or just like somebody that you know.
Yes, and that's one of the lessons learned long time ago. You have to be so careful with whom you listen to, because we have to be real. People are nice and people are not nice, and sometimes they tell you things on purpose just to steer you the wrong way. So advice for anybody, I mean, it's just choose the proper people around you whom you listen to.
Good advice. You might want to screenshot this one, Vasil. Casper had a dream last night. You qualified? Yes. We've got Mariam. Mariam could listen to you speak for hours and hours. Unfortunately, he doesn't have hours and hours. No, he's a very busy man. Let's have a look. Olympic, hello to you. Wants to know, Vasil, when are you going to go to Mostar in the beautiful Bosnia and Herzegovina?
When you invite me, I would love to. I've actually never been up there.
Me neither.
I have been. Honestly, Mostar is such a beautiful place to go. So I recommend it to anyone. After this whole situation, if you can do some traveling to Mostar, a beautiful place.
I would love to.
Ariana was happy that you were in Toronto. Tell us, Vasil, why Toronto when you were over there? Because I know you're working on music, but a lot of stars seem to go over to Toronto now.
You mean this time, or why did I live in Toronto?
You lived in Toronto as well, didn't you?
I was 10 years in Toronto.
He's the honorary Canadian for this year because we don't have any Canadian citizens who are undercover this year.
Greece last year, right?
Greece and Romania, I believe. I believe he lived in Montreal. Yeah.
I did see another comment. I can't find it. Sergio wants to ask about the video. Who is the girl that you were dancing with?
Oh, yes, she is very beautiful. So that girl and I met in the Patuvan video. She's one of the dancers behind that. And we really hit it off. So I knew that one of those two girls, I was like, sorry, but you're a family now. So anytime there's dance, it was like, you're coming with me. Her name is Sara, beautiful dancer. And we just linked up for doing this video together.
Is she Macedonian as well?
Macedonian, yes.
Yay. Vasil, Mark W wants to know, who's your favorite non-Macedonian Eurovision act? So I assume this is like of all time.
Of all time, Bandido.
Tus bandidos robaron con fuerza oscura pasión. Ole.
Sí. Yeah,
that's Sandy, one of your favorite songs too.
Yeah, yes, I literally did. I dance to that song loads. Whenever we get together, we're always doing there's so many videos of us dancing.
And my first memories of Eurovision is Tai Chi. That's where I always.
Which one was that? 1990?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's chocolada.
Yeah. You're one of us, Vasil. You're one of us.
Well, people want to know lots about your stage and about your performance. I don't know if you're going to be allowed to give this away yet, but will we have any on-screen special effects or some special camera work? It's all a big secret.
My secret combination.
I mean, there's always special.
Let's have a look at this one. This is a nice comment from. I'm going to say your name wrong again. Yola from Ireland. If you had to give advice to anyone aspiring to do Eurovision in the future, what advice would you give?
I already gave the most important one. If you can get to Eurovision before Eurovision as a back artist, back vocal, whichever way, to experience the insides of how this machinery is run, there is no better lesson than that. Assuming you've done other competitions, it might sound cheesy, but stay true to who you are. It speaks. The more I said it earlier too, if you compare yourself to something somebody has done or try to be like somebody, you will keep stomping in that place because they will be like, oh, they sound like so-and-so. Therefore, you put your energy to the so-and-so. But that's why I keep saying it's you. You have to focus on that and nobody can touch you. Whatever it is, if you're true to you, that's a winner to me. So,
great advice, guys.
Yeah, and that first part of the advice that you gave, like try to do Eurovision before Eurovision, we've seen so many examples. Like, for example, Cesar Samson, he was a back vocalist for Bulgaria for many years, and then he scored a 3rd place in Lisbon. So it definitely pays out.
Hey, look at Tamara.
And Tamara, of course, exactly. Sorry, too.
We've got a couple of people asking the same question. So we've got Liviu Stancu. What's your favourite Eurovision song this year? Who do you think are strong contenders? And Francesco in Italy wants to know your favourite entries this year.
I admit I have not heard all of them yet. Lithuania spoke to me right away. I was like, oh, Australia I liked, yes. Bring it on. We are in the same semifinal, baby. I loved, there's so much sass. I love Sweden. Marilena. I really shy. The minute I heard shy. I admit I wish I was an Albanian, but that's me.
She's got an amazing voice, and she's very young as well. She's only 21, I think.
Holy smokes, those eyeballs in that live performance, that to me that's where that emotion is captured.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if she can do that in English, watch out, y'all.
Yes. We've probably got the most important question that we've been asked probably ever, Vasil, and it's one directed at you, actually.
Mm-hmm. If he shows up to the auditions.
I'm there. It's like my dream to dance on the Eurovision stage. I'm there.
2 weeks ago, but that's okay.
You must have one space for me, Vasil.
We're going to do the dance on the carpet. How is that as a promise?
Yes.
Thank you.
Love it. It literally is my dream. It's my dream to pull some of these moves on a Eurovision stage or even on the carpet. We've got another ESC. Greetings from the beautiful Bosnia. Dobro večer.
Dobro večer.
Liviu wants to know your favourite, because you know a lot of Eurovision songs, so maybe you will know your favourite Romanian Eurovision song of all time, or Romanian song.
Ooh, Romanian song of all time. Can't remember that.
Can you describe the staging?
No, this is not from Eurovision though, because my Romanian song of all time is something else. The staging from Eurovision, I love that, the double pianos. I remember that vividly.
Yeah.
You and me, can't you see we're playing with fire?
I remember the other one, Din Dragostea, something like that.
Yeah.
That song, mwah, love.
Let's have a look. All right, one more question about other artists. What do you think about Malta and Destiny's amazing?
She can sing.
Yes. She's amazing. We've got Jerry Channel in the live as well. We've got Fatma all the way from Turkey. Have you got a message? Not for people that will be wondering who to vote for, but what message do you want people to get from your song when they see it on stage? Apart from vote for Macedonia.
For me, the important thing is for all of us to connect together. It's an invitation to dance and celebrate the given moment. And to be a little more real, we know the time we're living in right now, and it is not the prettiest. So you, to me, in all of that is, as long as we sing and dance together, we've done it. We all have so much going on in our life. There comes a time where you say, good for you for all you're doing. Let's celebrate the moment and dance. And I mean, yes, I want to dance with you. That means you can dance in the shower to yourself. You can dance in the mirror to yourself, with your best friend, with your lover. So it doesn't have to be, and that's what drew me to the song. Because yes, it may sound simple and cheesy, but especially in these days right now, we have to stay connected. So let's dance.
Yeah, what an amazing message as well, because we've had quite a few people in our video last night that, you know, are feeling anxious, are feeling worried, maybe feeling a bit alone. So you're really someone that pushes that message that music can connect people, even in tough times like this.
Exactly, and I think we chatted a little bit earlier about this, the power of music. At the moment, it is obvious that Mother Nature is forcing us to take a break, to stop, think, reflect. And the arts are the first to go and first to come back in a time of crisis. So it's, yes, very hard. And historically, it's always been like that. So the beautiful thing is music is what heals and connects us. So this thing better work out, and we have the best mother party in Rotterdam.
Yes.
We can't wait for it. But yeah, music is universal. We all speak music. That it doesn't matter the language, we all speak music. So that's, to me, that's Win-win.
Literally, there's no better way that you can say something like that. That was amazing. So thank you. And anyone watching that is feeling a little bit down or anxious, listen to that message because we are all in this together. We're all united for our love of Eurovision. So just remember, we're all here for you. We're all going through the same thing. I did see a comment. I've just lost it now. I'm so rubbish at finding these comments. Someone was asking whereabouts you are from.
Strumica.
Say that again.
Strumica is the town. So I'm about 45 minutes from Thessaloniki, Greece, and about 40 minutes from Bulgarian border Petric. So on the other side.
Is that like a small town or is it a big city?
No, it's a city. It's the party city of the country. So whenever you come visit, we go party.
Deal.
A little secret. Team Eurovox love to party.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know about Stuart because we've not been partying with Stuart yet.
Oh, it will happen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just having a look. Someone asking you to take your shirt off. I'm not going to put that in the thing. So a couple of people have asked if you can sing a little bit of you for us.
How dare you? What let's see. I just wanna dance with you tonight. I just wanna dance with you. You know you wanna, and I'm gonna dance with you.
Woo!
You literally have like the most silky smooth voice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
even when you're singing live.
The track is so suave.
Yeah. I have to admit that my favorite part of the song is the "Give it to me, give it to me." To me, that where I was like, yes.
Jordan's asking if you're going to dance on stage, but I think you've already told us. We've got someone from Georgia as well in the live chat. Apparently, someone in our live chat has done a remix to your song, Vasil. So you might have to check that out.
Send it to me. Amazing.
Sarah O'Halloran, what do you think of the remix? Sarah does remix of Eurovision songs, so you have to go and check out the remix to yours.
Yeah, send it to
Sarah,
me, please.
post the link to the remix on the live chat then, or on the comment on the comment box, so we can go check it.
Yeah. And Fatma, Vasil, you have a really, really good voice.
Thank you. And I just read a comment as well, which I like, about the Trine Vestetik Vebrale. So there's an old Macedonian folk song, which we've incorporated. I don't know if you can hear it throughout. You will definitely hear it on stage once those voices sing. But that's an interesting homage to Macedonian roots, using an old folk song that's throughout the song.
Oh, wow. See, this is what I love about Eurovision, is that someone over here in the UK would have no idea, and it's nice to hear.
And now, I mean, it's Trine Vestetik Vebrale, Trine Veste. I just want to dance, Trine Vestetik. It goes underneath the whole time, which is very remixed in the actual song. And funny enough, translation, it is 3 pumpkin picking brides. So it's completely wacko, but it's to any Balkan countries, it's a very recognizable melody which we've put all the way throughout the song, which you might not be able to hear in the radio edit, but you will hear it on stage. So
Nice.
There you go. Or is that
guys in the live that are asking about the staging? He's not giving away any secrets. We've tried already, so you're going to have to stay tuned for the staging.
I always say, go big or go home.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love that. I think we've still got so many people commenting, Vasil. So I know that you had to go, but we've got more people asking questions on the Eurovision songs you've heard. People asking about whether Eurovision will be cancelled or postponed. We have no idea. Vasil has no idea. We're waiting for the official announcement from the EBU, which will come in the next few weeks. So until then, we're just keeping our fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's going ahead. This is an interesting one because a lot of people talk about the odds, like the betting odds.
Okay.
And Orla wants to know if you tend to look at the odds or the opinions, or do you ignore them and just carry on?
I just ignore them and carry on.
Yes.
Good.
Even comments, unless somebody writes me a direct message, I tend to not, I don't want to call it waste energy, but it in a way it is. Of all the feedback, and whether it's negative or positive, it's amazing to get the messages and get them filtered, but I feel that it can attack this and this if you're not careful, and then you start to question yourself. So once again, going back to the other question, successful at Eurovision, if you're aspiring to go, don't focus on that. Focus on you.
Yes.
Simple as that.
We've got Vladimir from OGAE Macedonia as well.
Hi,
Evening, Vladimir. You can give him a little message in Macedonian, maybe.
Pozdrav, se gledаме na следниот состанок.
Oh,
See you
that
all.
sounded amazing.
Here we go.
We have to talk about this comment because this is a Macedonian legend.
Sorry, one of my other favorite songs is Terno i Belo, so.
I love that song
Me
so
too.
much. I
So
love the Celtic.
Open up in it. I don't know if you guys know that.
What?
In the translation of her text, she's already telling you open up.
Open up. Oh.
Premonition.
Open up your soul and tell me.
You need to give us some Macedonian lessons.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite songs. And another topic to bring about. I am so sad, upset, angry that promo tours are not happening, because that was the one thing I was really, really, really looking forward to meet folks. And I had a little surprise plan for it. We'll see. I might record it and drop it before the actual, because I wanted to perform something special for those events. So, but we have to deal with what's going on in health as well, folks. So
yeah, I mean, we were really looking forward to meeting you at the pre-parties as well.
Yeah, me too.
We should just take this time really to shout out to all the organisers of the pre-parties, because they put in such a huge amount of effort and time, getting all the artists confirmed, sorting out venues, ticket sales, everything. So we do need to shout out, although we've heard that Madrid and Amsterdam won't be going ahead. I don't think we've had any announcement about London yet, but it's looking like it's in doubt. So we do have to shout out to the people. So our hearts to them for all the hard work they've put in, and to think about all the successful parties they've thrown in previous years. So
and in the meanwhile, we'll just do lives.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing what you might have been surprising us with then at the pre-parties.
Yeah, it's my favorite Eurovision songs in one. There's a secret for that. So that I love doing medleys, putting together a woven story through messages within songs, throughout songs. So I'm going to do that soon.
Oh, well, we can't wait to see it. So make sure you send us the video so we can watch it. I'm just going to ask about Calliope, because have you ever sung with Calliope?
No, I have not. And I have not even met her, which is, we both started singing in the same children's festival called the Golden Nightingale. It was one of the biggest, a lot of the Macedonian singers from that generation. I remember I sang at the 25th anniversary where she was in the first row audience. Somebody sang her song, and I was still, this was before I moved to the States. Back. This was 96, I believe, 95, 96, where I performed that song. And I remember she was still very, very young, being in the first row of the audience. And that has been our closest interaction.
Well, we just want to put it out there now that we would freaking love you to do a duet with Calliope. So we're doing an open call to Calliope. You need to link up with this guy and do a duet, because that would be literally insane. I just ask about your kind of previous your singing experience as well, because your voice is, I mean, we've heard you doing, I mean, I call it opera, you might not call it opera, but singing in so many different styles. How do you choose when you're, I don't know, recording a set of songs or looking at recording an album or a new, like, how do you choose like which direction, or is it just a feeling?
Well, it's a feeling, and more than that, it's a journey to get to the sound. So I knew that once I moved back home, left opera behind, and Gerdan was the first one that I released. And I said, that has to be a pure way of singing where it's classically influenced, but it's not pop. So I wanted that to be the first and slowly to just enter this commercial land where you do what you do and you reach all of the audience, because that's the thing. I want to connect to people, connect with all the demographic, because that's the hardest thing. How do you connect? How do you touch people? How do you get them to join you for everything? So that's kind of how it went. And I think that the biggest step between Gerdan, Patuvam definitely took a leap. We did a jump with that. I released another song, which I have not put online yet. It's a beautiful ballad called My Street in Macedonian. And that I'm going to release later. I was going to drop it. And then they said, surprise, you're going to Eurovision. I said, can I release my song? No, you can't.
Well, we look forward to hearing all the music that's going to come.
Just to go more deeper into that, I grew up as a child pop star back home. Then I studied classical. I did musicals, choral singing. I was in opera for 13 years. I did a lot of backup singing for the pop stars in the States and Canada. And then 2 years ago, and every time I would do a classical concert, I would end with either Stephen Sondheim or a Gershwin piece. And people would say, the classical concert was amazing, but sweetie, what you did in that song, your way, nobody can do. Why are you not doing that? And I was like, Rrr. And then I was living in London last before I moved to back home. So I was in London for a year studying with a teacher. And that's when I listened to my inside voice. And it said, you know what, why are you doing all of this when you have so much to say through your own music and pop? And that's how I made the choice. And 2 years back home, and it has paid off. So.
Wow. Well, you left us all guessing because we've seen so many different styles. We had no idea what you were going to do when you dropped your song, but the end result is fantastic. We love it. I'm not going to ask you to comment on this, but I'm going to show the comment. You don't have to confirm it or deny it. Someone saying that they think that Jana Bucheska might be a backing vocalist. We will see. We're going to find out soon. Yeah. Someone's also asked, are you gonna I'll find the comment, but are you gonna drop in a little bit of Macedonian when you're singing on stage in Rotterdam?
I just told you. Remember that Macedonian folk song?
Teach us the Macedonian, Vasil. How do we teach us a line of your song in Macedonian? How would we say?
Tri.
Neveste.
Tikve. Brale. Tri neveste tikve brale. You gotta crack the voice. Tikve brale.
This is so much fun.
Donnie and Steve saying, Vassal, they love your song. It's their favourite this year. Love the dancing. Oh, and love the Eurovox crew. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's picking up. You're picking up a lot of fans. A lot of people loving your song. I think more people asking you to sing. So we're going to ask you to sing one more time, and then we know you're very busy, so we're going to let you go.
What do I sing?
Your favorite Eurovision song of all times?
Yes.
No, but that I got to get up and dance to that because you know.
Get up and dance. And then your second favorite.
Or your favorite Macedonian?
What about Patuvam? What about a bit of Patuvam?
No, I could do that. Let me see. No, I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I could do that. Od slunce to pozrak sum zvykli pleny volčeren, od rekata sum bystra čapka bleskava, more seni I te opiva.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I'm literally in love with your voice.
It's a beautiful message to end on because it says, I journey, let's see, Patuvam. With an empty backpack, but a full soul. I journey where a dream is a dream come true. So we're about to embark on we're already on this beautiful journey. So thank you all Hope to meet you and see you very soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We will definitely see you soon, and we can't wait. Hopefully in Rotterdam very soon. But we will wrap it up there, guys. Guys, thank you so much. There's been like the live chat, Vasil, has literally been going insane for you. So we haven't even been able to keep up with all the comments. So thank you to everyone that's been commenting. Sorry if we haven't been able to pick up your comments tonight. As with last night, if you want to talk to us outside of this, if you're feeling anxious, just drop us a message on our Facebook or our Instagram or on Twitter, and we will get back to you. We actually had a couple of messages from people last night that were feeling a bit down, so we're happy to talk to you guys outside of this. Otherwise, to Stuart, to Clara, to Jess, as always, and we have to shout out and say a huge thank you to Vasil for giving up your time for everyone tonight. So we really do appreciate it. I think you know we do. You have one final message before we say goodbye? Vote for North Macedonia at Eurovision.
You said it.
Vote.
Yes, vote. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Wash your hands.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Here's my message for you. My last Instagram post. My dog says, "Wash your hands and don't be kissing up on strangers." While I respond, "You can dance up on them though." And my mother on that says in her Macedonian English, "Stay out of troubles." Okay.
Yes. Perfect advice. But guys, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all soon. See you guys.
Ciao.
Bye, guys.
Bye.